Big, powerful, awe-inspiring, majestic. Full of hot air, and a bit smelly too. All aboard for the strongest show on Earth. Somerset Railway, puffing its way merrily through golden countryside on its way to Minehead, where 30 giant men from the four corners of the UK have assembled to stretch every sinew of their body to prove that they are Britain's strongest man, and one will walk away with the situation.
Everything to me, really, to my family, to my country. It's been wonderful.
And how confident are you can win it again?
Well, I won it in 99 and 2000, and 2001 is definitely mine.
Well, this is the first of 5 heats. In each one there's 6 men, 5 events, and the top 2 will make it through to the final. Here are the first 6.
Glen Ross from County Down in Northern Ireland.
Forbes Cowan, Ayrshire, Scotland.
Lane Snook, Ludlow.
John Kiss, London.
Dave Warner, Harrogate.
Dean Edwards, Hastings.
And well, Minehead's just a train journey away for all of us, but if you fancy coming to Africa and the Victoria Falls for the final of World's Strongest Man, then stick around. There's a competition coming up at the end of each heat. We're going to start, though, on the prom.
So here's the first event, ready to sort the men from the boys. 200 kilograms to be carried down the course, up and over various sets of steps. 200 kilograms, that's the equivalent of Glen Ross and his son Marcus. Big boy for 8 weeks, and a nice pair of green wellies too. So once you've gone down these steps and up the other side, you leave Glen and his son here, down the other side again to pick up these 2 huge cylinders, 120 kilograms each. That's Dean in one hand and John in the other, and you carry them both all the way to the end of the course, 15 metres away. Good luck, guys.
Your commentator is Paul Dickinson.
So the campaign trail for Britain's Strongest Man starts
lane
here.
1, John Kiss.
John Kiss from Hayes in Middlesex, a prison officer, his 2nd year in Britain's
In
Strongest
lane
Man.
2, David Warner.
David Warner, a first-timer, a real baptism
In
of
lane
fire.
3, Lane Snook.
One of the biggest men in the competition, Lane Snook, 2
In
metres
lane
tall.
4, Forbes Cowan.
Making a big comeback here, Scotsman Forbes
In
Cowan.
lane 5, Glen Ross.
And the defending champion, going for 3 titles in a row, Glen Ross.
In lane 6, Dean Edwards.
And another first-timer from Hastings. He's going to find this very tough indeed.
Take your grip.
Well, certainly Glenn Ross, well, we always say he's not very mobile, but he's proved us wrong in the past, but it's Lane Snook in the lead at the moment. Forbes Cowan not going too badly, and on the far side as well is Johnny Kiss, but Lane Snook absolutely flying. 18.5 stones at each hand now. Cowan going well just behind him, but Lane Snook, the tallest man in the competition, he's won that by an absolute mile. David Warner's having a good one in his first ever Britain's Strongest Man competition. He'll finish second. Ross gaining on Cowan. Cowan just finishes ahead of the defending champion. What a start. But it wasn't a good point score for the defending champion, Glenn Ross. He'll have to do better than that. And this is Dean Edwards really struggling. Two men still out on the course. The other one, Johnny Kiss, on the far side. I don't think either of them will finish, in which case their distance will have to be measured. There's the whistle. What a good victory it was, though, for Lane Snook. Absolutely flying he was.
Found it quite easy. Got onto me running, came off the steps well, and that was it. Then you were away. You know, if you stop, you're just dead in the water.
That was good, yeah, felt good. Yep. Silly drop on the
Steps.
Yeah, and when I picked up the cylinders, I took 5 or 6 steps and dropped it, but took a poor grip. But no problem, really. Felt all right.
Well, the boat felt all right, and then it came to the bottles, and it felt as if they bolted it to the flare. I think it went okay. I mean, it's the first thing I've done in 5 years, so it went okay. Can't complain.
Well, in anybody's language, that was a good start for Lane Snook. A clear 10 seconds clear of the rest, much to the delight of his support team.
This is Paul, my brother.
I'm here to try and make him as less nervous as possible. I'm very proud when he can do it, and I'll kick him up the bottom when he can't.
This is Nick, my training partner.
Start of the week, you ask him what he wants to do,
Yeah.
and then tell him what he's going to do. No, it's just what he feels like, really. There's no point pushing him if you don't want to do it, but it seems to have worked.
I think encouragement is probably the biggest help you can give to someone. If you can't be as good as him, be his brother.
World's strongest man will know this event only too well. It's the boulder holder. 300 kilograms of rock inside this basket to be moved as far as possible around the circle, making its debut, though, in Britain's Strongest Man. So I wonder what John Kiss makes of all this.
Well, pick it up first of all was quite hard to get your body adjusted to the weight. Then just making a move and try and breathe, really. It's the breathing that lets you down anything. I mean, you're holding it on your arms a lot, and it starts to cut into your abdomen like, and just starts cutting off your breath, really. So you just got to go like mad.
John Kiss.
Johnny Kiss, 120 kilograms, perhaps a little bit on the light side to be a serious contender for Britain's Strongest Man, but he is a former British champion powerlifter. His hero, well, Gary Taylor, a former World's Strongest Man. Always a little bit unsteady, and this one of the toughest events in Britain's Strongest Man. That bar is getting lower already, my goodness, 7.8 metres only. Not a good start, and he's staggering all over the place. Jamie Reeves comes rushing in, and so does the doctor. What a dramatic start.
Well, it really was hard work, this. Dean Edwards couldn't shift it at all, and Forbes Cowan managed just a rather measly 3 metres. How would the big man get on next?
The biggest man in Britain's Strongest Man. He weighs 180 kilograms. He's going for 3 titles in a row. Glenn Ross, only 4th in the first event.
Ready?
So this is crucial.
What?
He's a massive man. Now, Johnny Kiss still holds the lead, 7.8 metres. Oh, he's going to go past that. Going well, Glenn Ross, getting urged on by the crowd. The bar is getting a little lower. 660 pounds, he's gone. But that is long, 16 points, almost halfway round the circle. That is much, much better.
I still think I've got a chance, because it is quite heavy, the initial lift. So we've got the tall boys in the group, so we'll see. I'll know in a wee minute when I'm going to cry or cheer, you know.
The gritty Yorkshireman, David Warner. Again, not on the big side, but very, very strong. He spent years developing that physique. Dougie Edmonds tells him to go. A big target set by Glen Ross. He's staggering just a little bit, but this is not a bad effort. He's down 7.6, just short of Johnny Kisses. And so, for the time being, he moves into third place.
Well, everybody's struggling with this a bit. Why?
It's just very, very heavy. Very difficult movement to actually get the weight up and get your body underneath the weight, and then to keep it moving sufficiently smoothly to get where you want to be. I wanted to be about there, but never mind.
So what was it that gave out?
Perhaps I was started a little too straight. I felt my arms coming down, and you can't hold 300 plus kilos with your biceps. I wish I could.
Lane Snook, almost perfectly built for this event, providing he can get it off the ground and hold it high on his chest. Over 6 feet 6, over 20 stones.
Ready?
Did brilliantly in the first event. Now can he? Oh my goodness, what a start. That is bad for Lane Snook. He's underway almost at the second attempt. His second year of Britain's strongest man. It's getting low and it's gone. But it is second place, way, way behind Glen Ross, 8.4 metres. So it's good points again for Lane Snook. A cracking start to his competition. There's Glen Ross, the winner. And boy, oh boy, he won it by miles. Well done to the defending champion. Showing a bit of athleticism as well. Glen Ross, the winner.
So normal service resuming for Ross. Lane Snook, though, another good showing from him. And David Warner is clearly scoring consistently, and he could well be challenging for a place in the final. For Glen Ross, though, an alternative career as a ballet dancer clearly beckons. Before that, there's some more heavy work to be done.
Well, one of the main reasons for coming here to Minehead is to visit Butlins holiday camp. Give a big Butlins welcome to all our athletes taking part. And for those of you who are familiar with Britain's Strongest Man over the years, you will know this event only too well. It's the van lift. What our guys have to do, and let's face it, it makes the AA and the RAC almost redundant, they have to pick up these vans and hold them in the air for as long as is possible. They weigh a mere 1,200 kilograms, as you can see from the number plate. That's in excess of 2,500 pounds, or more than an entire rugby team, if you will. And one thing's for sure, whatever you do, don't try this at home.
Well, the athletes went two at a time. John Kiss called it quits after 72 seconds when Dean Edwards was still going strong.
Well, Johnny Kiss on the far side finished some time ago. This is Dean Edwards, and this is a phenomenal performance, heading towards 2 minutes. And only Glen Ross has ever lifted one of these vans for over 2 minutes before in the history of Britain's Strongest Man. This is incredible. Look at Johnny Kiss as well. Disgruntled at 72 seconds. It's down. 132 seconds. Brilliant.
And how much pain were you in at the end?
It seems to get more pain to start with. It just comes and comes, and then you just put up with it after. Forget about the pain. Just when it first starts, that's when you feel it, and then after you keep going on and just forget about it.
This is phenomenal. The clock ticking away to 2 minutes, and there's 2 men in it at the moment. David Warner here. Boy, oh boy, does he look relaxed. The other man, Forbes Cowan, well, he's had an enforced layoff from strongman competitions for the last couple of years. He's appeared in World's Strongest Man in the past. They're over 2 minutes. This is unbelievable. Now, Glen Ross had better watch out. He's gone. David Warner is over and out, but it's still an incredible time, 141 seconds. Forbes Cowan is still going. One of the tallest men in Britain's Strongest Man competitions. I would have thought he'd have found this one difficult. but he's made it look easy. He's still going. Oh, that's brilliant. 141 seconds, a big, big lead over Dean Edwards. And what a performance as well by David Warner. Forbes Cowan almost wrote off the van when he fell over. The doctor looking after him, Jamie Reeves, is there too. Forbes Cowan, though, in the lead.
When you collapsed at the end, you actually made a big dent in the van, you know.
Made a big dent in my head.
I mean, your arms feel like somebody else's. Your hands, well, they're just like dead. The blood just stops, but it's hard, but good event. I like that. I enjoyed it. I think I'm quite pleased with the time. It's more than I've done in training, so fair play to Cowan.
Lane Snook in the last pair managed 76 seconds. Glenn Ross ate that up and spat it out.
That was a very disappointing score for Lane Snook, and so it's left to Glenn Ross. There's Yvonne and his son, his precious son, and he's doing this for them as much as himself. He needs big points. I'll tell you what, I bet he never dreamt this event was going to be so hard. Not the weight, in terms of the standard of the rest of the competitors. Getting tremendous support from the crowd. Up to 2 minutes 30. He needs 10 more seconds now to beat Forbes Cowan. He's never been this far before. He holds the world record for this event, and he's got to break it if he's going to win. He's done it. Oh, yes, he says. Is he going to go for 3 minutes? Looking comfortably, knows he's won it now, and surely Glenn Ross now safely through to the final after that. Unbelievable. Lane Snook will be very disappointed. Glenn Ross, though, he's the daddy once again. Love and kisses from everybody. Superb.
I could feel my whole knee was shaking, the child and everything. But oh, that is Glen's event. He loves that, so he does. And he is the daddy, and definitely he is. I'm so proud of him. He's brilliant.
That grip was unbelievable. I didn't estimate any of them. But Forbesy didn't think it was going to lift the car. Lane Snook didn't hit the car. And Forbesy to hold it that length of time. But absolutely gutsy. The whole group was unbelievable.
But that's why Glenn Ross is the defending champion. 13 seconds clear of the rest, and he could have done a whole lot more. And when you look at the leaderboard, you realise just how tight it's going to be for the 2 places in the final. 2 events to go. Time for a break in the summer sun.
I get very nervous for him. I can't photograph him or video him or anything because I'm just too excited. So I'm a screamer at the side.
Keep going, Dan! Keep going, Dan! Keep going!
It looks like a one-man sport. It's not. It's a team sport. And without somebody at your side to put up with you for a start, cook, and make sure there's food in the fridge and look after you, I don't really think I could do it on my own.
I can't do anything without me.
No, we're pretty much joined at the hip. Where I go, Ruth goes, and where she goes, I go, and you know, it's like I say, it's a team effort.
If you yearn for the days of steam when you could have been a contender for Britain's Strongest Man, then you can wallow in the nostalgia of that era here at the West Somerset Railway. But today, these carriages are going to be running on elbow grease, just the 40 tons to be pulled as quickly as possible down the track by our strongmen. And let's face it, if that particular daddy wants to play with his train set, who are we to argue?
60 seconds available to each competitor. Dean Edwards managed 15.89 metres, and just ahead of him, John Kiss, 17.14.
Big Forbes Cowan from Scotland. He actually lives in a house called McGlashan Cottage. The famous McGlashan stones, of course, we now call them the Atlas stones, and that is our final event. Meanwhile, Cowan, he's got a big target to go for if he wants to make it through to the final, because believe me, Glenn Ross and Lane Snook are very, very good at this event. Cowan, he's got a great background in Highland Games in powerlifting and in all sorts of strength activities. He's really going for it. That train moving very smoothly. The legs, the back, and the arms and the hands must be absolutely burning now. He's got to try and make it in under about 50 seconds. Jukka Ahola from Finland feeding the rope there. A former world's strongest man, not once but twice, and he's finished now. Good time. Forbes Cowan utterly psyched up, 45.7. That will be hard to beat.
First class.
Well, just hope it's enough. It's hard to get it going, but I think you tend to use too much legs and back. You got a lot of slack in the rope. It's a great time moving in it faster. I hope it's enough.
Well, it was enough to beat David Warner, who managed 47 seconds dead. What about the two leaders to come, then?
Sit down now, please.
Just two competitors to go. Well, you heard what Forbes Cowan had to say. He didn't know whether the technique was right or not. I wonder if Lane Snook was listening. Now, this guy has got long levers. But is he strong enough? Glenn Ross is still to come. Jukka Ahola, not just feeding the rope, but urging him on as well. This guy started off in track and field athletics. He was a very promising thrower, specialising in the shot put, but he decided what he really wanted to become was Britain's strongest man. The lead by Cowan, 45.7. I'll tell you, he's pretty close. Snook from Ludlow in Shropshire is going well. The whistle goes. 43.6. We've got a new leader. Just one event to go after this one. And Snook is going well.
Now, without getting too technical about this, it seemed to me that everybody else has been doing one pull, two pull, and pull. You were doing 4 or 5 hand movements. Was that a...
Trying to get the slack out of the rope. So I could get at it. I was pulling it harder with legs. But it's just blind panic, to be honest.
Well, I don't think there's going to be any blind panic about Glenn Ross's performance here. He's in the overall lead by 2 points ahead of his nearest rival, but actually this is not a good start for Glenn. He needs to use his body weight. And boy, oh boy, is there plenty of that, but that train is not a way to a good start. He hasn't got the speed of Lane Snook or Forbes Cowan. Just relying really on immense strength and bulk as well. This is not good for Glenn Ross. At the end of the last event, I said surely now he's through to the final, but he's slipping all over the place. He's really struggling. He's not going to beat Cowan. He's not going to beat Warner, and he's not going to beat Lane Snook. Just one event to go. What a climax this is going to be. He really is struggling here. I'm not even sure he's going to finish the course in the time limit. Jamie Reeves having a very good look. There it is. The whistle has gone. I can't believe it. Glenn Ross's poorest performance by far here. And that is going to make him struggle.
Well, suddenly the group assumes a very different complexion, with Glenn Ross surprisingly failing to finish in the top 3. Glenn and Lane might appear to have clear water between them and the rest, but you never know. So, back to the beach, and what do you know? Blue sky.
Well, this heat may appear done and dusted, but as students of strongman will know, there's many a slip between these Atlas stones and that wall, and David and Forbes could yet play a major part in determining who gets to the final. David, how are you going to approach this?
As quickly as I can. I need to get them all up very quickly. I need to beat this man to at least pull my place back up to 3rd on my own and not joint 3rd, and hopefully do a bit of damage when the big boys get down here.
The Forbes?
Basically, same kind of strategy, just go flat out, try not make any mistakes, and hopefully maybe pull a place or so. The only thing I'm a bit worried about, if the 2's get down for the last stone there, I might think he's the last stone and maybe go for the wrong one, but we'll just need to wait and see.
Well, Forbes Cowan sounding pretty relaxed. Dougie Edmonds, the referee, sends them on their way. Forbes Cowan on the right and David Warner here. I'll tell you what, this guy has made an incredible start to his Britman career. Forbes Cowan, he's done it all before. He's lifted 4 stones. I know that in the past has Cowan. He's got a lot of experience as he hoists that one. Nearly 18 stones onto his shoulder, but it's Warner who's ahead. These guys in equal 3rd place with just this event to go. They have got a chance. The 4th stone, 135 kilos, over 20 stones. Warner looking brilliant, but can he do number 5? Only Glenn Ross, amongst British strongmen, has ever done it before. A monster of a weight, 165 kilos. It's close. Oh, it's gone. Cowan is finished, that is for sure. I don't think Warner's going to have another go, surely. Cowan has only managed 2. Warner trying desperately to get that big one up. This would be phenomenal. No, it's gone. But that was an amazing performance by David Warner. Forbes Cowan only 2 stones. He'll be very disappointed with that.
Well, you're sort of in there pitching, aren't you?
I hope so. I think I was quite quick with the 4. I thought the 5th one was going to go, but I overshot it a little bit. It's very heavy, a big jump, but I'm happy with that.
Lane Snook, the overall leader, he turned around that 2-point deficit in the last event, the train pull. Glenn Ross looking a bit quiet and a bit pensive.
Ready?
It's all on this to see who goes through to the final. Lane Snook has got to do 4 to make sure. Glenn Ross, well, he has done 5 in the past. He hasn't got off to a cracking good start. Yvonne, as always, giving him a bit of stick, but he's away and running with number 2, and Snook's got it up already. Number 3, 125 kilos. Snook is looking superb. Now, Snook just needs 1 more. Glenn Ross nearly threw that on the top. If Snook gets this one, he's made it through to the final. He's done it. Good performance. Glenn Ross will want to finish off in style. Lane Snook, I don't think he's going to do this big one. He can't even get it off the ground, but Glenn Ross has. 165. He's done it. Oh, he hasn't. Just a little push, and it's on. Glenn Ross has won, and that means he's won the heat as well. Who's the daddy now? Not a bad dancer too. And what about Lane Snook? Brilliant.
What does it mean to you to got through to the final?
Oh, everything. You know, I just missed out last year. I really am pleased this time. I've worked hard. I've come good when it mattered.
I want this so bad this year. A hat-trick's going to mean everything to me, you know. It's just... to win something twice, you prove you're a champion. To be something great would be to win it 3 times, you know.
Well, no real surprise that Glenn Ross won the Atlas Stones. That was his real banker event. And he goes safely through to the final of the Citroen Band Trophy, along with Lane Snook, the pride of Shropshire.
Absolutely no stupid gags at the end of this series. Instead, some very serious prizes to be won, because 2 of you can be our guests in Zambia for this year's World's Strongest Man competition. We'll have a question at the end of each heat, and the first one comes from Glenn Ross.
True or false? John weighs more than this barrel.
Call 09015-MUSCLE, 0915687-253, and answer A, true, if you think I do weigh more than that empty barrel, or B, false, if you think I don't. There'll be a winner each day who'll get the chance to come with us for a trip of a lifetime to Zambia to see Victoria Falls and the final of World's Strongest Man. 09015-687-253, and the lines close at midnight tonight.
So, good luck with the quiz. Hope to see you in Zambia, and good luck to you in your bid to become Britain's strongest man for the 3rd year running.
Thanks, John.
Oh.
More throwing their weight around same time tomorrow night here on BBC One. Next tonight, police sniffing round Albert Square. You can venture into the world of professional boxing with BBC Online. Right now, who's the daddy tonight?
Somerset. Peace and tranquility amid the rolling hills of Exmoor. Except it's about to become the Wild West.
The Citroen Van Trophy for Britain's strongest man, and this is one of Somerset's most famous landmarks. The Robbers Bridge, deep in the heart of the Doon Valley in Exmoor, where villainous members of the Doon family would lie in wait and then ambush the 17th century jet set. Come to think of it, our strongmen have lifted cars, vans, even lorries. Never held up a stagecoach, though.
Trouble. Big trouble. Oh no! Trouble. Big trouble. Oh no! I'm in trouble. Big trouble. I'm in trouble. Big trouble. Oh no!
As with every heat, there are 6 competitors, 5 events, and the top 2 will make it through to the final. Already there, waiting for them, Glenn Ross, the defending champion, going for 3 in a row, and Lane Snook. Which of these 6 will join them?
I'm Mark Iliffe from Northampton.
I'm Rob Dixon from Yorkshire.
Andrew Mabin, London.
I'm Christian Clay from South Wales.
I'm Lee Bowers from Lancashire. I'm Francis Byrne from Peterhead, Scotland.
Now don't forget, at the end of the show, your chance to come to Victoria Falls with us for the final of this year's World's Strongest Man competition. Meanwhile though, down on the prom, a 200 kilogram weight is the centerpiece of this first event. 200 kilograms, what's that? Well, it's 2.5 of me to be carried down the course between your legs, up and over these steps. Thanks, Yuko. That's Yuko Ahara, twice the world's strongest man. Down the other side, up this next flight of steps, 2.5 of me to be dumped on here, and then down the other side to these
2. You can venture into the world of professional boxing with BBC Online. Right now, who's the daddy tonight?
Somerset. Peace and tranquility amid the rolling hills of Exmoor. Except it's about to become the Wild West.
The Citroen Van Trophy for Britain's strongest man, and this is one of Somerset's most famous landmarks. The Robbers Bridge, deep in the heart of the Doon Valley in Exmoor, where villainous members of the Doon family would lie in wait and then ambush the 17th century jet set. Come to think of it, our strongmen have lifted cars, vans, even lorries. Never held up a stagecoach, though.
Trouble. Big trouble. Oh no! Trouble. Big trouble. Oh no! I'm in trouble. Big trouble. I'm in trouble. Big trouble. Oh no!
As with every heat, there are 6 competitors, 5 events, and the top 2 will make it through to the final. Already there, waiting for them, Glenn Ross, the defending champion, going for 3 in a row, and Lane Snook. Which of these 6 will join them?
I'm Mark Iliffe from Northampton.
I'm Rob Dixon from Yorkshire.
Andrew Mabin, London.
I'm from South Wales.
I'm Lee Bowers from Lancashire. I'm Francis Byrne from Peterhead, Scotland.
Now, don't forget, at the end of the show, your chance to come to Victoria Falls with us for the final of this year's World's Strongest Man competition. Meanwhile, though, down on the prom, a 200-kilogram weight is the centrepiece of this first event. 200 kilograms, what's that? Well, it's 2.5 of me to be carried down the course between your legs, up and over these steps. Thanks, Yuko. That's Yuko Ahara, twice the world's strongest man. Down the other side, up this next flight of steps, 2.5 of me to be dumped on here, and then down the other side to these two massive cylinders that weigh 120 kilograms each. That's 1.5 of me in each hand, a combined total of 440 kilograms, or 1,000 pounds. I think I'll phone a friend. Trackside is Paul Dickinson.
Andrew Mavin, former professional footballer.
Francis Brebner.
A debutant from Peterhead in Scotland.
Mark Iliffe.
Mark Iliffe from Wellingborough. Works in Formula One racing.
Rob Dixon.
Rob Dixon, the smallest man here at 5'9".
Christian Clay.
Christian Clay from Pontypridd, the tallest in this heat.
Lee Bowers.
Lee Bowers making a comeback after a year away.
Take your grip.
Well, this is a fascinating confrontation. Rob Dixon getting away well right in the centre. And so is Mark Iliffe getting away. The man from Wellingborough is absolutely flying. Rob Dixon, he weighs about 19 stones, packed onto that small frame. Lee Bowers on the near side, struggling a bit. Now the big one. Can Dixon hold it? He's being chased by Mark Iliffe. It's neck and neck as they go towards the finish. Mark Iliffe is confident of winning, and he does. He crashes over the line, beats Rob Dixon. Lee Bowers coming in third. Great finish. There is Christian Clay. Clay finishes in fourth. Oh, they're all over the place. What a performance, though, by Mark Iliffe. Still one man to finish. Andrew Mavin does it, but it took him a long, long time. He's even got to get it over the line. He's done it now.
Sprint finish.
Yeah, it was all right, yeah. I knew I took me time on the steps. Made a mistake there. I should be able to, if someone's in front, catch him on the farmer's walk. I did get a little bit cocky at the end, shouting to Bill Pittuck. That's why I had a bit of a slip. Probably shouldn't have done that, but still won it anyway, so.
Beat you in the straight, didn't he?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I knew I got him to the cylinders, but some lads were saying take your time on the grip, which I've got a pathetic grip really. So I took too much of my time, but on saying that, I'd rather get a second place and drop them and could end up with a 4.
That was everything according to plan. I didn't panic. I ran my own race, and I ended up where I pretty much expected to be. My events will come later on, you know, the strength event, and then we'll see who's cheering.
I'm very nervous in that. They made the steps higher this year. Very nervous.
So how do you view fourth?
It's good. I'm happy I got fourth.
Well, everybody's happy, but none happier than Mark Iliffe, winning that first event by 0.4 of a second, much to the delight of Team Iliffe.
Keep them up when you do.
Yeah, you need some support here really, because if you came here on your own, you wouldn't be able to get away from the strongman environment. And after the event, to shut off is what you need really, just forget about it.
Yeah! How's he doing?
It's just good to have your family here. You train there, and they're there at home when you're training and whatnot. And then it's good to have them here to see you, you know.
The deadlift hold. In the first pair, Francis Brebner put the van down after just 30 seconds and, like the rest of us, was then reduced to the role of spectator.
Andrew Mavin is going so well here. He used to play professional football for Millwall, and in his own words he said that was 6 stones ago when he was about 13 stones. He's about 19 and a half now. Going well, heading towards 1 minute 20. Francis Brebner, well, his challenge disappeared at 30 seconds. He'll be disappointed. All he could do now, the Scot, is stand and watch Andrew Mavin. In the last heat, the standard was remarkable. A couple of years ago, Glenn Ross set the standard over 2 minutes. In the first heat, we had 4 men over 2 minutes, and Ross won it closer to 3. So this fella, Mavin, going well. He needs the points, though, that's for sure. He came last in the first event. So big points are what is required, and he is going to get 2 minutes, surely. He's hanging on by his fingernails here. And the crowd loving every minute of it. Remember, that van weighs over a ton. He's down 126 seconds. I just wonder if anybody can beat that.
It was easier than last year, the actual feel of it. I was a bit disappointed I couldn't have gone longer, really.
What makes it easier?
Probably I'm 2 stone heavier, I don't know. But, it wasn't as painful as last year. So I was a bit disappointed to go when I did, really.
Well, it was pretty painful and not very easy for Christian Clay, who put the van down after 34 seconds. And Lee Bowers fell short too. He couldn't quite make the minute mark. He called it quits at 57.
And so the last 2 competitors out for this deadlift hold.
Rob, you
on
ready?
the far side, in the green,
Mark,
Rob Dixon.
ready?
Mark Iliffe nearest the camera. Mark Iliffe just having a little look over to the camera as well. He did so well in that first event. So our top 2 scorers from event 1, if they can get good scores here, they could be well on their way to the final, but there's still 3 events to go after this. Jukka Ahola from Finland, twice a world's strongest man, just looking after these guys, making sure everything is rock solid. The lead, a brilliant 126 seconds by Andrew Mavin. Iliffe just trying to stay steady. Dixon is steady as a rock. He's not moving an inch. There's a long way to go. Closing in on 1 minute. Oh, he's gone. Mark Iliffe down at 45 seconds. He's still got the energy, though, to shout on Rob Dixon. In second place at the moment is Lee Bowers on 57 seconds, so he's gone past that, but can he take the lead? If he can't, great points for Andrew Mavin. He's gone down, but Rob Dixon will get second. He performed so well last year in World's Strongest Man. Big points here.
Even at this stage, how much is this a sort of kind of tactical exercise for you?
Well, that was a banker really for me. The first or second, I thought I'd get that, which I got second. But I've got a couple of shady ones, and hopefully a good one to come. So I just want anything just to get through. First, second, I'm not really bothered. The things to get through, John, at the end of the day, don't mind.
Well, Andrew Mavin out on his own there, 126 seconds, but a tactical Rob Dixon taking 5 points in second. And what it means is this group really is wide open. 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 men vying for those 2 places in the final.
This is Minehead Station, where the railway systems of the past meet its future. First there was steam, then diesel, then electric, but the fuel of the future is human. This is the Intercity 1.25, about to be pulled by our strongmen. God knows what Jenny Agutter would make of it.
Well, it all looks a very romantic setting, but I tell you what, it's all blood, sweat and tears from now on. Christian Clay gets us underway with this train pull. Christian from Pontypridd. He loves deadlifting. He said he'd like to break the world record in the weightlifting exercise, deadlifting. This is not unlike deadlifting. You've got to use your back and your arms and your legs at the same time. And actually going pretty well. 40 tons in weight, and actually that train is accelerating. This is a very good effort indeed. His hero in strongman competition, Magnus Ver Magnusson, the great Icelandic strongman, many times world's strongest man. If he can draw some inspiration from that, He could do well here. He needs the points. He's lying in 4th place overall at the moment. After the first 2, he's struggling now. He's running out of puff. Finish now. 49.8 and flat on his back. Good effort, though. He's in the lead.
I would have gone quicker, but as I said, I hurt my hand in the last event. But I have to wait and see how good that is.
Not bad, though.
Yeah, it's all right. Make him struggle to beat that anyway.
Well, Andrew Mavin certainly struggled. He just failed to complete the course, just falling short of the 20-metre mark. Lee Bowers did complete the course, but it took him 57 seconds, and he was just edged out for 2nd place at this stage by Francis Brebner, who clocked 55. Christian Clay still leading then, with 2 more to go.
The man from Wellingborough, Mark Iliffe. He's an engineer for McLaren Formula 1. I suspect he's used to greater speeds than he's going to exert on this engine now. But he really is a gritty competitor. He won event 1. He's lying in 2nd place overall at the moment, behind Rob Dixon. So he's got off to a brilliant start. And this only his 2nd Britain's Strongest Man competition. And I think he's got better than last year. Perhaps as a result of training with Bill Pittuck, guy from Northampton who's in a later heat and who's competed in World's Strongest Man competition in the past. And Mark Iliffe is going well. He's not just strong, he's fit, he's able to keep the pressure on all the time. 49.8 seconds to beat by Christian Clay. It's going to be very, very close. Slowing just a little bit. Oh, he might have just done it. The whistle went a bit late. It's 49.3, 1 competitor to go, and Mark Iliffe is in the lead.
Now, you're left-handed, but you had to pull on your right side.
Yeah.
So how difficult did that make it?
Well, normally when I'm training, I always feed to my left. So then to come down here and feed to my right, completely different. And I wasn't allowed to feed the right back. I had to stop here. So I had to adapt the technique quickly. So I thought I'd do it a lot quicker than that, actually. But I think I'm in first now, so I'm pleased with that.
I just wonder what sort of disadvantage Rob Dixon has here. He's the lightest man in the competition. He's the smallest in terms of height. He weighs about 19.5 stone, so he's obviously very, very strong. Now then, a great competitor. He hates losing. In the lead overall by 1 point. 2 events to go after this one. Did so well last year. He made World's Strongest Man final at the very first attempt, and not many British men have done that in the past. Look at this. So fast. And we saw what happened with Christian Clay and Mark Iliffe. They really got slower towards the end, but there's no holding Rob Dixon at the moment. Mark Iliffe leads 49.3. He's just tying up a little bit. All that lactic acid going into the arms, making him slow down. He's got to keep going. It's going to be close again, my goodness. Oh, he's just outside. 50.3 in 3rd place, but he's in the top 3 once again. Still going well. Rob Dixon.
Well, you may not have won, but that's pretty handy for you, isn't it? That's a good result.
Excellent result, that jump for me. I mean, it's never been a good event. So I'm well up at the moment. Yeah, Christian, I think he might have done us a favour. Chucked a couple of points between me and Lee and Andy. So I'm really chuffed for that result, yeah.
No substitute for experience. Rob Dixon a cagey 3rd. Mark Iliffe winning that event by half a second from Christian Clay. What it means, though, is that Iliffe and Dixon are building a healthy advantage over the rest.
Our friends are amazed by his dedication and how strong-minded he is. That gets him through the 12 months of training, and they all stand by him, and they're all gunning for him at home, so it's good.
Well, it's quite hard really, because I have to cut a bit of socialising out at the end of it, obviously, especially like 2 months before the show. But they all understand. I mean, you know, I didn't stop Tracy going out, you know what I mean? So I'm not one of them, just because I don't go out, Tracy can't go out.
Well, I like to party as good as she does. You know what I mean? Takes some keeping up with sometimes, I tell you. If I try.
We've asked him what he'd like to be when he gets older, and last week it was he wanted to be a doctor, and I think he's moved on to being a soldier now. So.
So here we go with event number 4, and it's back to the prom. The Pillars of Hercules, named after the mythological figure who was set 10 Herculean tasks to perform, like killing lions, monsters, capturing a live boar, not to forget the infamous 3-headed dog from hell. But could he have done this, held these 2 massive pillars upright for as long as possible while his arms were being pulled out of their sockets? Or would he have said, look, I've done enough for one day?
Andrew Mavin latches on to one pillar, 160 kilos, and then another. My goodness. And this event, of course, all about grit and determination, and grip as well.
Look up, please. Are you ready?
Those hands well chalked. Not an ounce of sweat on the hands. That would be fatal. So, the clock ticking away. He's a good all-round sportsman, Andrew Mavin. Rode the English Channel last year with a bunch of guys to raise a lot of money for charity. Now, I'm not sure in the history of Britain's Strongest Man, or even World's Strongest Man actually, that anybody has completed this exercise for more than a minute. So anything over 30 seconds, I reckon, is pretty good. As he said in the interview, he's put on a couple of stones since last year, so bigger and stronger. But how much does he want to go into the final? That's what it's all about. It's gone. 39.8 seconds. He's just got to wait and see. Christian Clay, I tell you what, he's coming on strong now in the second half of this competition.
Are you ready?
He's done pretty well in the last couple of events. In equal 3rd place at the moment with Lee Bowers on 10 points. He's got a real chance if he produces something special in the last 2. He's got good hands. He loves the deadlift exercise, and that relies heavily on grip. I think he might feel confident about this one. His grandfather is his mentor and coach. They train for hours and hours at home with weights in the garage and down at the local weightlifting club. And it's all come down to this now. It's beginning to hurt. The lead, 39.8. He's going to be close. Oh, he's gone early. About a second behind, 38.5 in 2nd place.
Well, it was too much for Francis Brebner to challenge either of them. He clocked 30.7 seconds. And for Lee Bowers, it really was all too much, 19.9.
Well, the crowd have just shouted, come on, do you want it, Rob? He does, but he doesn't like this exercise. He's made it quite plain. His grip is not his best asset. He doesn't look happy. He's shaking just a little bit. He must keep his head up, and he's struggling already. We're only approaching 15 seconds, and it's gone. Now, this could be bad news for Rob Dixon. We've still got one event to go, and at the moment he's lying in last place, only 15.2. Last competitor, Mark Iliffe, the overall leader. Look at the definition in his shoulders and his arms. Now, if he won this event, if he went past the score of 39.8 of Andrew Mavin, this guy is guaranteed a place in the final. Such a gritty competitor. Those arms are being almost pulled out of their sockets, but he looks comfortable. He's about halfway there, just over. Utterly determined. He's shaking just a little bit. There's Mark Jr. with wife June. Keep going, they're saying. He's getting close. He's getting close. I think he knows he's won it. That is a look of confidence. He knew the time. 41.2. Big points.
It wasn't easy, no. It was a lot of pain on the hands, but all I had to do was, because I went on last, was beat 40 seconds to win the event. And as soon as I got 40 seconds, let go, because there's no need to carry on anymore. We've got time to go for, haven't we? So,
and you're almost there, aren't you?
Yeah, I've had 3 wins, so I should be just about there now. I can just play about with the stones, I think, really, because I should be on, I think, 21 points now. So, yeah, I should be there, which is good, really. It's cruising, isn't it?
Mark Iliffe commanding and authoritative and winning that with some ease. But Rob Dixon coming in last, and that really has thrown the group wide open. Iliffe there, but who's going to join him in the final? Will it be Bowers, Mavin, or maybe Christian Clay?
I wanted to be in contention for the top 2 spots, but I didn't think I'd be there. But this seems to have blown it wide open now. I think it's down to the stones now. Whoever lifts the most stones goes through.
Well, Lee Bowers and Andrew Mavin are by no means out of things, but primarily the battle for that second qualifying spot in the final is between these 2 men, Rob Dixon and Christian Clay. And Rob, you kind of expected...
kilograms. He's going to get very bad points. Sticking it up with his head, and look at the way. Top 3. He doesn't even have to do number 5. He might try it just to put the cream on top of the jam. Christian Clay, he's not going to make it. I can tell you, Rob Dixon will. He's never done number 5. It doesn't matter on this occasion. It might in the final, because that is where Rob Dixon is going.
So Rob Dixon playing his get-out-of-jail card to win the Atlas Stones ahead of Lee Bowers and Francis Brebner. And what it means is that Dixon is safely through to the final, alongside Mark Iliffe. Relief, one of the pre-tournament favourites.
Did you have any doubts? You thought, I can't possibly miss out on the final here.
Well, everyone has doubts. You know, we're all human. Yeah, I had so sleepless nights for sure. I mean, my stomach, it's the first time it's probably bigger nerves than Worlds, actually, to be honest with you. Because I think once you've gone there, if you come back and you don't qualify, it doesn't look so good, really, does it? So you've got to get stuck in and, you know, and qualify again. So yeah, fine, let's go for it, eh?
And alongside Mark Iliffe, Lane Snook and Glenn Ross, they'll all be going for that Citroën Van Trophy.
Now, you might not be aware that this year we have a fantastic competition for 2 people to come with us to Zambia for the world's strongest man. There's a question at the end of each heat, and today's comes from Mark.
True or false? John weighs more than his gas cylinder.
Call 09015 Muscle 09015 687 253 and answer A if you think I do weigh more than the cylinder, or B false if you think I don't. There'll be a winner each day who'll get the chance to come with us for the trip of a lifetime to Zambia to see the Victoria Falls and the final of World's Strongest Man. 09015 687 253 and the lines close at midnight.
Well, there are still plenty more chances to win that fantastic trip for Zambia. Good luck in the competition, and good luck to you, Mark, in the final.
No problem.
More tomorrow night, if he can take it. Next, tonight on BBC One, it's a question of TV. A sticky
BBC One.
A sticky
BBC One.
An avenue of apple trees and not a wurzel in sight. This is Somerset, home to very strong cider and now to very strong men. The Citroën Van Trophy for Britain's strongest man. And this is Tor Cider Farm, home to one of Somerset's oldest presses, which in days gone by would make 600 gallons of cider from 40 tons of apples each and every week. Our guys are going to be shifting that amount in the next 30 minutes. And one extra rule today, if the scores are level, it goes to a decider. So the format, as ever, 6 competitors, 5 events in each heat, and the top 2 will make it through to the final, where they'll join these 4, Glenn Ross, Lane Snook, Mark Iliffe and Rob Dixon. Which of these 6 will make it?
Bill Pittuck, Northampton.
Paul Banks, Slough. Oliver Parson, Scotland.
Simon Flint, Derbyshire.
Martin Campbell, Bushmills.
Stumpy from Barnsley.
World's Strongest Man competition. We start today, though, on the prom.
200 kilograms, what does that mean to you? Well, if you've got 8 children under 10, A, good luck, and B, it's their combined weights. And what you've got to do is take your 8 children up this flight of stairs, down the other side, all the way along here to another flight of stairs, deposit your 8 children here, down the other side, and pick up these 2 massive cylinders that weigh a combined total of 240 kilograms. That's 10 children, 5 in each hand, and take them down the end. It's child's play.
Leaden grey skies and rain in the air as we join our commentator, Paul Dickinson.
Very windy on the course this morning. This is Alex Patterson, works on the oil rigs out of Aberdeen. Paul Banks from Slough, favourite programme on television, World's Strongest Man. Martin Campbell from Northern Ireland, big friend of Glenn Ross. Bill Pittuck threatened retirement last year, but he's back. Andrew Rains, known as Stumpy, made the final last year. A first-timer, Simon Flint from Derbyshire. Well, it's difficult to call this one, I must admit. But Bill Pittuck, with his experience, should start as favourite. Gets away well. From Northampton, oh, Bill Pittuck almost fell backwards there. 200 kilograms. Up 3 steps now, onto the top. Then 120 kilos, 18 and a half stones in each hand. And Pittuck is way, way in the lead. Simon Flint making his debut in 2nd place at the moment. But Bill Pittuck wins it by a street. Flint is coming away well. Andrew Range is making a bit of a challenge as well. And on the far side, Alex Patterson. Andrew Range finishes in third place. Simon Flint finished second, a good performance, then Paul Banks. Oh, and that is a problem for Martin Campbell. Bill Pittuck, though, just watching and waiting. He won it by about 10 metres. So heavy for Martin Campbell. 240 kilos, and it's all too much for the man from Northern Ireland. Good victory by Pittuck.
That was a hugely impressive first race. Did you expect to win that?
Yeah, I've been trying hard. If I don't qualify this year, I ain't going home. I dare.
But I've got to ask you, a bit of showboating at the end there. There's always a danger that comes back to haunt you, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Yeah, a bit cocky, but it was easy. I'm quite pleased with that result. Bill's looked really good all year. He's beat me twice already. So I got Bill down for the winner of that event. Simon Flint, very quick. The steps are a lot higher than they were last year, which is much more awkward for me. But a third place, touch wood, I should be in final.
I'm chuffed where I've come though, very chuffed.
When you looked at the competition for that event, you know...
I didn't think I was going to come where I come, because there's some good lads in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And how do you view the prospects for the rest of this competition?
This is the one that I was most worried about, really, with the steps involved. I'm looking forward to the rest of them, really.
That was hard. But I'm happy though, because it's my third year in a row, and I've always been last or second from last, so I'm happy with that.
And so Bill Pittuck, the Frank Sinatra of strongman who keeps threatening to retire but keeps coming back, winning that first event with some ease.
Got a bit of a point to prove. After last year's performance, I'm not finished yet.
In this next event, we're talking about a revolution, and it's new to Britain's Strongest Man, but if you've seen the World's Strongest Man competition, you'll know it only too well. It's the boulder holder, 300 kilograms of rock in this basket to be taken as far as possible around this circle. So, Paul, I guess you've never done it?
No, I haven't. I've seen it on the World's Strongest Man, like you just said, and a lot of them had problems with it, so I think it's a lot of, because it's heavy, and there's you've got to balance yourself, plus walk with it. So I think it's going to be very hard.
What is going to be the hardest single aspect?
Well, lifting it's quite hard, but then you've got to steady yourself to get yourself going, so I think all of it is hard.
It certainly is hard. We saw that in a previous programme. The longest distance carried so far, 16.6 metres by Glen Ross, and Banks can't even get it started. He's not all that strong in the legs, tremendously strong in the upper body, but it's gone already. That'll be so disappointing to the man from Slough, only 2.8 metres. Not a good start in this competition.
That was worse than I thought it was. Oh, that's hard. Well, it's balance. You've got to try and get it balanced, and it's trying to push you forward as well. Plus, you're trying to walk with it. It's hard. Very hard.
At the moment of picking it up, what's going through your mind?
Well, when I couldn't pick it up at first, I thought, oh my God. But it's just awkward, very awkward, and it is very, very heavy. Really heavy.
Well, 2.8 metres suddenly wasn't too bad when Martin Campbell could only manage 1.6. Next up, Alex Patterson, just 2.3. And following him was Simon Flint, 2.75. Maybe 2.8 wasn't so bad after all.
Andrew Rains, and nobody so far has managed to carry this over 3 metres. That is incredible.
Ready?
On the short side, but weighing 19.5 stones of solid muscle. He's a former bodybuilder. He's won Mr. Universe competitions in the past, a former powerlifter as well, and going well, almost certainly in the lead. This is good. Can he approach what Glen Ross did? 16.6 metres. And it's just short but only by a few centimetres. That is a big lead for Andrew Rains. He's guaranteed big points here. Only Bill Pittuck to go.
You seem fairly at ease while doing it, then. If you can be.
The worst thing about it is trying to breathe. But I still think Bill will beat that. But it's all about points. That should give me some decent points, so...
Well, Andrew Rains is guaranteed at least second place and 5 points. Bill Pittuck, he only has to go over 3 metres and he gets second place behind Andrew Rains. Dougie Edmonds says, away you go. And Bill Pittuck doesn't waste any time at all. He's already in second place and now chasing Andrew Rains. 16.4 the target. He's a bit wobbly. It's getting lower and lower. It's gone. And so is Bill Pittuck. He's absolutely out. But that guarantees him second place. Andrew Rains wins it. And both he and Pittuck, really, they're stretching away from the rest. Bill Pittuck a little bit unsteady. In a few minutes' time, though, he's going to be smiling about that one.
You're like a sprinter there, sort of diving for the line.
I'm going to find it, I think. I had it in my sternum. Your solar plexus, it stops your breathing. Cuts the breathing off, that's what it is. Plus, it's really heavy.
Were you watching the mark that you had to go for?
Yeah, I've been trying with Stumpy, been doing it with Stumpy. And he's just been that bit ahead of me. So I see his mark and I try to beat his mark, but just couldn't quite get there. So, second's good still.
You're in a pretty commanding position, though, aren't you?
Yeah. I've got to qualify. Got to qualify again. Yeah, I feel good, yeah. Rock Form 1, getting better with age. As I get older, oh, cheese, and it's money.
Probably wine, Bill. But anyway, he and Rains, the two training partners, well clear of the field there, and the rest barely able to move it at all. What it meant was that Pittuck and Rains clear of Flint and Banks in the battle for the final. Let's move inside at Butlins now to pick up some bands.
Holding a ton for the longest possible time. It doesn't sound very exciting for Alex Patterson in the yellow or Martin Campbell. Patterson a first-timer. Campbell was here last year, but his preparation wasn't as good as he'd hoped it would be.
Last year I come here myself and it was a nightmare. Belinda was doing exams. This year Belinda alongside me, I feel a lot better, you know. I feel a bit more confident, you know, that she's there, knowing that she's out there wanting me to do really well.
You just feel so much for them and you want them to do well, and your heart just starts pumping as soon as you see them out there. I want them to go to the top. I want them to do as best they can, so.
Well, it's not just Campbell who needs good points here. Alex Patterson too.
Martin, are you ready?
They're both in last place on 3 points at the moment. Well, as we've seen in previous programmes, 2 minutes is the sort of time that is guaranteed to win big points. And if either of these two guys can get it. Jukka Ahola standing to the right there of Alex Patterson, former world's strongest man, and just behind Campbell, there he is on the left, Jamie Reeves from Sheffield, a former world's strongest man. There's Belinda, urging Martin on. Campbell, of course, former training partner and big friends with Glenn Ross. And Ross weighs about 7 or 8 stones heavier than Campbell, but Campbell's a fine competitor, as is Alex Patterson. Man who works on the oil rigs, comes from Aberdeen, but both of them are struggling a wee bit. Campbell, in particular, is wobbling all over the place. Coming up towards 50 seconds. Campbell, oh, he's gone. He's gone. Alex Patterson still rock steady, and Campbell just looks across. He's not going to be happy with that. Over a minute for Patterson, looking good. He hasn't got what you'd call a bodybuilder's physique, but there is tremendous strength in those muscles. He's got to have strong legs to stay steady. His lower back is taking a huge amount of pressure, and the shoulders almost being pulled out of their sockets. The grip too, although they have got these lifting straps, You can't see them there. He's almost just hanging on by his fingernails.
130.
Patterson heading towards a minute and a half. 90 seconds. His best performance by far. Campbell, 53 seconds dead. Be a nervous time for him watching all the rest of the guys go. But Patterson heading towards 2 minutes. Marvellous stuff from the Scot.
50.
It is just those straps now, hanging onto the car. Over a ton. Oh, the atmosphere here, absolutely electric.
2 minutes.
He's done it. 2 minutes, that is brilliant. 121 seconds, drained of all energy, starved of oxygen, but he's put up a fantastic performance here. Over a minute longer than Campbell. Great performance.
2 minutes is a pretty good time. Do you think you can win it with that?
I don't think so, no. Because Stumpy and Bill Pittuck, very good athletes. I think I'll maybe be third.
Well, Paul Banks certainly couldn't live with it. 25 seconds for him. But into second place went Simon Flint. He clocked 55 seconds dead.
Now to the two big men, and I mean that in the sense they scored more points than anybody else so far. Bill Pittuck leads on 11 points, Andrew Rains on 10. If they do well in this event, even with 2 events to go, I think they can start looking forward to a place in the final. Bill Pittuck is ready. Jamie Reeves still looking after Andrew Rains and those straps. Here we go. Rains on the far side, just checking his grip. Bill Pittuck, steady as a rock. I just wonder whether these two would have planned out what they're going to do here. Maybe they'll save their energy for the last 2 events and not even bother going for the lead. Simon Flint in second place at the moment, behind Patterson, 55 seconds. Andrew Rains, the shortest man in this competition, but by far the most muscular. Bill Pittuck, way, way above anybody else in terms of experience, heading towards 40 seconds now. And there are people in the crowd shouting the times out. They're well aware of what they're capable of doing here and what they need to do. Actually, Rains has got that left ankle heavily strapped. 50 seconds. Heading towards second place. When it goes over 55, they're both in second place. Rains has gone. I think his strap broke. Bill Pittuck puts it down. He knows he's got second place, and that means he'll go into the last 2 events in the lead, at least a couple of points ahead of Andrew Rains.
Where does the pain get you?
The pain gets you for arms, legs, feet, ears, neck, everything. Everything in your body.
And where's it at its worst?
On me, it's the back of my arms. It feels like it's wrenching your arms off. So I say, it's just a pain threshold. If you've got a good pain threshold, Forbes, Cowan, Glenn Ross, Big Arts, they're the boys for this.
Happy with that result then?
Yeah, very, yeah. I am, yeah. It's not a good event for me. Still plenty more events to go, so I'm still in there.
I'm gutted. It's my event, and I lost it, so what can I say?
How do you assess the group now then?
I don't know who won that event.
I'll tell you, Stumpy, it was Alex Patterson who was in a class of his own, more than a minute clear of the rest. But all is not lost for Andrew Rains, although Simon Flint is now snapping at his heels. Well, back to the prom now, where the strongman welders have been busy again. And I'll tell you something, just look at the colour of that sky.
Well, this is a new event, and it's different too, because usually our athletes have to deal with fixed weights. A train is a train, a car is a car. But this anchor is going to get progressively heavier as it's pulled towards the top of this contraption. And by the end of things, it could weigh anything up to 350 kilograms or 800 pounds. So by the end of it, our guys are going to be well and truly shipwrecked.
It's always nice to see brand new events in Britain's Strongest Man, but this one, it could be a big, big test for all 6 men. I'm not even sure that anybody's going to manage this, to be honest. 350 kilograms is an enormous amount of weight. There's Martin Campbell lying in last place at the moment on 5 points. Paul Banks here on 8. Looks pretty easy to start with, but it gets harder and harder as time goes on. There's a ratchet holding the rope, which means it can't fall back, and that's good news for the competitors. They're not allowed to use any sticky stuff at all on their hands. I think Martin Campbell there may be using a bit of chalk, which is okay. And they've both come to a grinding halt. If neither of them can get it all the way to the top, the officials will measure the amount of rope that's been pulled through, and that will be their score. 45 seconds, the time limit. Not long to go. Paul Banks has come to a dead halt now. Martin Campbell, just about an inch at a time, but they've run out of time. Martin Campbell about 40 centimetres in terms of the rope he pulled through behind Paul Banks. That is hard. The next pair, Alex Patterson in the yellow and the very broad shoulders of Simon Flint. Paul Banks' rope was measured at 5 metres and 16 centimetres. That is the target.
Stand by.
So 2 first-timers in Britain's Strongest Man. The first time we've ever seen this contest. Oh, what a tremendous start by Flint. And Patterson, pulling hard and pulling fast as well. This is a very complicated bit of machinery. And the organisers, well, they do think up different ways of testing these guys every year. Good effort by Flint. I think he may just be in the lead, ahead of Patterson. Flint, very muscular, very strong. He's a big fella as well. He weighs about 140 kilos. About 10 seconds to go. Simon Flint actually is very near the top. Oh, he's got the anchor off the ground. Brilliant. Brilliant. And there's 2 more competitors to go, but I think he's going to score well. Simon Flint on to about 6 metres of rope altogether. Patterson a little bit behind. In fact, measured at 5 metres 82, he's in the lead. Andrew Rains and Bill Pittuck, well, their scores are big already. Pittuck leads this heat on 16 points, Rains on 14. Andrew Rains just getting comfortable. Bill Pittuck looking very, very determined. Good results here for both of them. Could almost guarantee them a spot in the final. Andrew Rains. Look at the size of his biceps, well over 20 inches. These guys have got arms bigger than most people's legs, I think. Bill Pittuck using the arms, the legs and the back as well. This is a fine performance. The anchor's off the ground. And he's finished. That is incredible. So fast. He didn't even realise he'd finished there. 14 seconds. Andrew Rains is very close to getting it to the top. Just one little pull, and he's done it as well. First and second place, almost as we predicted. And these guys are on their way to the final.
You actually ended up pulling for too long, didn't you?
I didn't hear the referee say I'd finished, so I just kept pulling for my life.
And you're in the final, so well done.
Thanks very much.
That means the stones are redundant, or what would your attitude be?
I've been practicing very hard at the stones this year, so I'm going to try and do 5. So today, just for my own, self. So just scare a few of the lads if I can do 5. We'll scare them for the final then.
Well, that was a superhuman effort by Bill Pittuck, 14.2 seconds. Only Andrew Rains managed to complete the task as well. And barring accidents, Rains is through to the final alongside the multi-talented Pittuck.
I always played bowls, 10-pin bowling with me and the boys. I think after my strongman career, I'm going to take up 10-pin bowling.
Because you like the shoes?
Yeah, because I like wearing the shoes.
I'm a strongman's wife, that's enough, isn't it? It's like...
That's harder than being a strongman.
Yeah, it is. It's really
It's
hard.
been said it's harder being a strongman.
They never get a mention, strongman's wives. It is ever so hard.
When you meet the other wives, don't you? It's
It's like we can all have a moment.
Gym widows.
We call it Gym Widows.
Gym Widows Club.
It's just that in any sport, there's a lot of commitment and they have to train a lot, and Bill eats every 3 hours, so you just feel like you're always in the kitchen all the time. You just clear away the dishes and then it's another meal. So that's the hard And then they talk it, they sleep it, they eat it. Strongman, it's just everything like that. We've been together since we were like 14 and 15, so whatever we do it together. So if he said do that, I'll just say don't do shelves. He's really bad at DIY and stuff, so, you know, he was doing it, and I think this is what it is. No, I wouldn't change a thing.
You need to say what she's going to say. I know what she's going to say. Everything's big on me, bar one thing. My feet.
And so we finish with the Atlas Stones as ever. Bill Pittuck able to coast through, but still work for Andrew Rains to do, but not too much. 2 stones on the wall, and he'd be in the final.
This is about pride. Bill Pittuck wants to put down a marker so that when he does get to the final, Andrew Rains here knows he's going to be in a fight. He can't get that one steady. Oh, he's got to make sure. Bill Pittuck is on number 2, 115 kilos, that stone. Solid as a rock. Rains, that is so strong. This guy is remarkable in terms of his overall strength. Bill Pittuck, a little faster. He's got 3, he's safe, and if Rains gets this one up, well, he's through to the final anyway. It doesn't matter. So I wonder which one of these guys is going to try number 5. Bill Pittuck is the first to try it. Rains is on number 4. He's making it look so easy. Pittuck, oh, he's hurt his arm. That is bad news. He didn't even need to lift that one, and he's done himself a bit of damage. Rains trying 5. Only Glenn Ross has ever hoisted this one up amongst Britain's strongest man, but there's going to be another one. Rains is going to try and do it. He's done it. Absolutely fantastic. Unbelievable. But what about Bill Pittuck? I think he may have ripped something in his upper arm, but they're through to the final.
Well, you were almost guaranteed a place in the final before that, but you certainly put your marker down there, didn't you?
Stones has never been a good event for me. And after last year, I went away and practice. I've had a mixed run of luck, and Simon Flip were too close for comfort. A little bit of showboating don't hurt, does it?
Well, this heat was something of a 2-horse race almost from the word go. Andrew Rains and Bill Pittuck, always the 2 to beat, finishing on top in the Atlas Stones, and well clear when it came to the final result. And so they go through to the final to join 4 other men there already, and this is no young man's sport. Andrew Rains is the youngest of those 6 at 28. The winner will lift the Citroën Bands trophy.
Now, just in case those first 2 questions proved a bit tricky, here's a 3rd chance to win that fantastic trip of a lifetime for 2 to Zambia for this year's World's Strongest Man competition. And today's question comes from Bill.
True or false? John weighs more than this anchor.
Call 09015 muscle, that's 09015 687 253, and answer A, true, if you think I do weigh more than the anchor, and B, false, if you think I don't. There'll be a winner each day who'll get the chance to come with us for the trip of a lifetime to Zambia to see the Victoria Falls and the final of World's Strongest Man. 09015 687 253, and the lines close tonight at midnight.
And we hope to see you in Zambia. Thanks for your help. Good luck in the final, mate.
No problem, John.
More Muscle tomorrow at 7 on BBC One. Next tonight, Decisions in Albert Square.
And then once in a while they come ashore.
the Citroën Van Trophy for Britain's strongest man. This is where Exmoor meets the sea. Lynmouth, famous tragically for the flood disaster in the early 50s that claimed more than 30 lives, but now rebuilt, still one of the most picturesque towns in the whole country, an ideal place to come to relax, except of course for our 6 strongmen, taking it easy is the last thing on their minds. Through to the grand final. 6 men are already there, including Glenn Ross, going for a 3rd title in a row. Who'll join them?
Adrian Rollinson, Dudley.
Francis Kirby from Northern Ireland.
Ryan Bell from Dundee.
Fraser Trent from Wolverhampton.
Gary Adams from Welling in Kent.
Carl Broomfield, Stoke-on-Trent.
End of the show, so stay tuned. Meanwhile, we start this competition on the prom. Pure brute strength and speed very much to the fore in this first event. Pick up that 200 kilogram weight and carry it between your legs all the way to this first flight of steps. If you can imagine a combination jump in a show jumping event, it's a bit like that. Up the second flight of steps, leave the weight there, down the other side, and then pick up these huge torpedoes, 120 kilograms each, and take them 15 meters to the end of the course. If you can imagine Harvey Smith carrying his horse, not riding it, it's a bit like that. Paul Dickinson commentates.
In lane 1, Gary Adams, the gym manager from Kent. Second year in Britain's Strongest Man, Adrian Rollinson from Dudley in the West Midlands. World's Strongest Man competitor last year. The tallest man in this year's competition, Fraser Tranter. Brian Bell, there's nobody more experienced than him. Carl Broomfield, his first ever Britain's Strongest Man competition. And Francis Kirby, 3rd place 4 times in Northern Ireland's Strongest Man. They're away. On this side, Francis Kirby going well. Carl Broomfield almost fell over there. The tallest man, Fraser Tranter from Wolverhampton, going well. He's got an advantage, but actually he's got further to pull it. Fraser Tranter is away. Just behind him, Adrian Rollinson's going well. A look at Fraser Tranter, absolutely brilliant. He's going to win this by a streak. Good performance by Fraser Tranter, very experienced man as well. Brian Bell's coming through into 2nd place. Oh my goodness, Francis Kirby all over the place. Adrian Rollinson 3rd. And I tell you what, Gary Adams on the far side's got a problem. The big 200 kilogram weight has fallen off and he hasn't spotted it. Francis Kirby just finishing. Carl Broomfield, well, he just walks over the line. Absolutely shattered. But Tranter was brilliant.
It sure helps being tall in that event, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And having a good grip helps as well.
Did you expect to win that one?
I needed to win that one, just as a confidence booster.
Did you expect to beat Fraser then?
No, Fraser's really tall, and when it's carrying distance, it's over metres. He's usually quite good at that. On paper, before we start, you always try and work things out, and I worked out if I got in the top 3, that'd be a good start for me, so I'm quite pleased with that.
I was expecting 2nd or 3rd, like, so I wasn't too bad. Yeah, I expected Fraser to win it, being the height, like, you know.
yeah, it's pretty good.
And what about the heat as a whole? How competitive is it going to be?
It's going to be good. 3 of us who's been in the Worlds, you know, it's going to be a good heat. I reckon so, definitely.
Well, sadly for Gary Adams, a technical infringement meant he was disqualified, but it was a great start from the giant from Wolverhampton. Sky Dome at Butlins holiday camp for the deadlift hold. Well, holding up 1,200 kilograms of van proved a bit too much for Gary Adams. He managed just 38 seconds. And it wasn't much fun for Carl Broomfield either. He clocked 42 seconds.
Adrian Rollinson on the far side, the heaviest man in this heat, at over 26 stones, but poor old Francis Kirby has finished on 27 seconds. Rollinson getting close to a minute, looking skywards, being urged on by his wife. Good score. But I tell you what, in the previous heats, at least one person has got over 2 minutes. The standard of this event has shot up. Rollinson, rock steady. The atmosphere in here, superb. There's his wife, Helen, clearly enjoying herself. Adrian on his way to big points, that's for sure. Up to 90 seconds now. Tremendous performance, and is rock solid. Oh, I spoke too soon. It's down, but it's still a good score. 92 seconds.
I think he'd be pleased with that. He's been fired up all morning. You know, he chucked his shoes about yesterday when he got third. So he's got to do it today because he'll have no flat left.
I hope I've done right there. I'll put it down because the simple reason I don't think they'll do that time, so save me energy for the next event, hopefully.
Well, only 2 competitors to go. Brian Bell in the blue T-shirt, Fraser Tranter on the far side. I think Fraser might have a problem with the lift. No! That means he's stronger than he was last year. He doesn't like these deadlifting type of events. Brian Bell is very happy on pushing events as well. A former world record holder in the bench press exercise, and Tranter is shaking just a little bit already. Bell from Dundee, a veteran of so many strongman and Highland Games competitions. Tranter is all over the place. 92 seconds the lead by Rollinson. And this group is still wide open. Bell looking steady, trying to block out the pain. Those hands will be burning. His legs and back will be aching. And Tranter is really grimacing here. Unbelievable. Heading towards a minute, though. So good scores for both men. And Tranter has gone. It doesn't matter. The worst he can finish here is third. 54 seconds for Tranter. Bell still going after the leader at 92 seconds. He's not going to get it. He'll finish in second place, 67 seconds, and this group is wide open. My goodness, it's so close.
Once I saw Fraser putting it down, I was just going to hold on for that a little bit longer, then just test myself. And hopefully I've done enough and it doesn't backfire on me.
To be honest with you, I thought if I get third place in this event, that would be a fair result for me. And that's what I've got, so I'm where I need to be, really.
Well, everybody's talking a good game at this stage. Adrian Rollinson out on his own in the deadlift hold, but it's intriguing as far as this group is concerned. Only 2 will qualify for the final, 3 level on 10 points. Bell, Tranter, Dixon.
It's just like a good partnership we've got going.
I need him round me. To organise him also, very organised.
At all. It's really untidy. It's just a pest. I do organise him, we get all his clothes, all his food. He can get a bit big-headed. So I sort of like bring him down to earth. Thinks he's top dog, but yeah. I'm the boss.
30 years ago, British Rail closed the Taunton to Minehead line. It took 5 years for a whole bunch of enthusiastic amateurs to reopen part of it with the express intention of one day staging Britain's strongest man. And that great day has finally dawned. They've pulled planes and automobiles. Now it's the turn of the train. Well, they had a minute to pull the train 20 metres, and Carl Broomfield did it in 52.4.
Gary Adams going well. He's a gym manager. He works out all the time, so he's very, very fit as well as strong, and this is where it gets most difficult. But he's still pulling hard. This is brilliant. 50.3 seconds. He's in the lead.
That's a pretty good time.
Yeah, the biggest fear was he wasn't going to move. When I saw the hideout in the heats, when they told us what we was going to be doing, I just thought, it's not going to move. Once he did start moving, it was a case of keeping that rope moving and keeping it pulling and pulling and pulling. And in the end, it finished, and I'm pleased with the time. There's a lot of big guys to go behind me. Let's hope this could be the one that pulls me back into the frame, gets me back up into some good points. And hopefully I won't disgrace myself at the end of the day. So we'll just see what happens.
Well, this is Francis Kirby. There's no disgrace in what these guys do. They train so hard for this one moment to shine in Britain's Man. I wonder if that will be Gary Adams' event. Well, Kirby in second last place at the moment on 4 points. Like Adams, needs big, big points here. Yuka Ahala, former world's strongest man, twice he's won that competition. Just feeding the rope through. A little whisper in the ear as well to keep going, keep going. 40 tons of train. Now the hard bit, the last 5 or 6 metres. Try and keep it going. Kirby's struggling, but he did get off to a very fast start. Adams lead 50.3. It's going to be close, but he must keep it going. Come on, one more pull. He's done it. 48.3, and that is Kirby's best performance so far.
Hey, well done, that man. That's one of the quickest times of the day.
Done. Sore. Very, very sore.
Where?
All over. All over. Just, it's exhausting. I've never tried it before. That's the first time ever getting through. It's knackering.
Well, in terms of body weight, Brian Bell's certainly the lightest of the big three here. Rollinson to go, so is Fraser Tranter.
Ready.
But this guy is strong. Now then, 48.3, the time to beat. And that is where the big points are going to be won. Just 3 competitors to go. And they're all on 10 points each. So this event will be crucial, no doubt about that. 2 events to go. But Brian Bell is pumping those legs. Moving back quickly, sliding on that sheet of metal. And this train is not slowing down. 48.3, remember. He's screaming.
40.
This is incredible from Bell. It's going to be close. There's about a metre to go. And he's slowing down. Oh, he's got it. 48 seconds dead. Can you believe it? 0.3 of a second. He's in the lead.
Into the lead. Happy?
Very. You know how close it is. I can't say I'm free yet, but that's definitely going to help. But I'll have 2 to go yet, so sit with my fingers crossed as usual.
You were different to almost everybody else. You had massive... The speed of your legs was different to everybody else's.
I've worked on this a lot. I've watched Yoko, he's one of the best at it, and tried to copy him. I tried to use more legs and back than actual arms, because they burn up quickly, but your legs a lot bigger, eh?
Well, it seems to have worked.
Hope so.
He's going to have a few minutes to wait to see whether it will be good enough. First of all, Adrian Rollinson. Now, this man has got immense body weight, but can he put it to good use? 48 seconds, the target. Looking good at the moment. Equal on 10 points with Bell and Fraser Tranter, who goes next. I'll tell you what, he's really picked up speed here. But can he keep it going? It's the last 5 metres that everybody has found the most difficult. Rollinson, who acquitted himself well last year in World's Strongest Man, wants to do it all again. But first of all, he's got to get in the final here. It's close. Oh, he's slowing down. He's not going to make it. Outside 50 seconds. That is surprising. 52.4. Only Fraser Tranter to go to try and beat Bell.
Not as good as Brian Bell, and a couple between you as well, so that could be disappointing, that.
Yeah, it's been a good event for me anyway, so...
Why isn't it a good event for you?
Too big, I think, round the waist.
But, I mean, overall, were you hoping for better than that?
I was hoping for about 2nd or 3rd in it, so... Just wait and see, I think.
You have to sabotage Fraser.
If not, I'll go tomorrow. I'll go hell for leather tomorrow. I've got to get in the final. It's my destiny.
Set, please. Well, whether it's his destiny or not, we're going to have to wait and see. Rollinson equal 3rd at the moment with Broomfield and only Tranter to go. Look at the size of Tranter's arms. That first pull is obviously slow until the train, the 40 tons of train, starts accelerating. And now Tranter gets quicker. But how long can it last for? 48 seconds, Brian Bell leads. If Brian Bell wins this event, it's going to make a huge difference to the scoreline. They were all on 10 points coming into this event. Bell, Rollinson and Tranter, it's all going to change. I'm not sure he's going to do it. 48 seconds has been and gone. Tranter will not win it. Brian Bell will. And in fact, Adrian Rollinson has beaten Tranter as well. What a good win for Brian Bell. Big points.
Big points for the big man from Dundee, just squeezing out Francis Kirby for the 6 points at the top there. But Rollinson and Tranter at the bottom, and what that meant was while Brian Bell was getting clear at the top, they were being dragged back into the pack. Well, the sun is out, the sky is blue, but it's still a bit parky as we head down to the beach. Well, Fraser Tranter's bid to get to the final came off the rails a bit with that train pull. He's got to get it back on track here with the Pillars of Hercules. Is this make or break for you, do you think?
Absolutely, John, yeah. Only nature's going to put these pillars down for me today. I'm going to be aiming for a time of 1 minute. I don't think anyone's done a minute before with the pillars, so that's my aim today.
So, the moment of truth for Fraser Tranter. And the nature he was referring to, of course, is gravity. And in a few moments' time, when those chains are released, he's going to find this incredible burning sensation in his hands. But he's got the biggest hands I've ever seen. Grip is what this is all about.
Breathe, Fraser!
Fraser Tranter determined to do well here, to claw his way back into the top 2 positions, maybe even go to the top of the table. Shaking, but still steady. That grip has not moved a millimetre. Looks a bit crooked from here, standing to one side. Maybe he's got one arm stronger than the other. That doesn't really matter. Over 30 seconds. How much longer can he keep going? Anything over 40 seconds is very, very good, and he's done it now. The first man to go in this competition. And he's making it very difficult for everybody else now. Superb. 8 seconds more and he's cracked the 1 minute. Nobody's ever done it before. The time being shouted out to him. He's done it. He's done it. Superb. Absolutely fantastic. 63.6. I would hesitate to say it now, but I think he's won it. Brilliant.
I had to really dig in and fight for it. The wind was whistling around the top of the pillars. I was wobbling about a bit, you know, and I had to reset myself up. But I just kept looking at Yuko Huller, and from him I got some inspiration just to hang in there, you know. So it felt really good, yeah. I think that's a world record, so really happy.
Well, not surprisingly, that was a hard act to follow. Gary Adams, 25.6 seconds. Next in to bat was Carl Broomfield. He managed 35.7. And after him came Francis Kirby, getting better all the while, 48.2. Still 2 to go, though.
So here's the big man from Dudley in the West Midlands, Adrian Rollinson. I reckon the rest of the competitors, when they saw Tranter do over 60 seconds, they must have thought, well, that's it. There's no way we can win this now.
10 seconds.
And what an impressive time as well by Francis Kirby, 48.2. In second place at the moment, behind Tranter. Certainly looking at the results from other heats, Kirby's time would have been good enough to win. It was that good. Rollinson, a veteran of strongman competitions, but only came in to Britain's Strongest Man a couple of years ago. The chalk on the hands helping. Oh, he's gone! All of a sudden his left hand gave way. 38.4, that is a big surprise.
Look up there.
Only Brian Bell left now. Just nods to Dougie Edmonds and says, away we go. Brian Bell, the leader, 16 points after the first 3 events, and listen to this. This is absolutely agonising. Tranter's time, 63.6, brilliant. Kirby's time, 48.2, absolutely superb, and Bella's gone. Gonna finish last. I'm not sure I could believe that.
Well, in terms of this competition, that was an absolute catastrophe for Brian Bell. Just 1 point at the bottom. Fraser Tranter in a class of his own. And Tranter and Rollinson are right back in it. Bell must be getting worried.
At the moment, he's lying on the floor in the trolley because he's so nervous. He's so worried that he's not going to do as well as he should, because anything could happen on the last event, and he couldn't possibly have spoke to you at this moment because he wouldn't be able to. He's just far too nervous. This will be the worst one because it's the last one, and one slight mistake will take him out of the competition completely.
Just the Atlas stones to go then. The lightest, 230 pounds, the biggest, a massive 400.
Adrian Rollinson looking determined. No disrespect to Francis Kirby, but really in terms of the final, he's out of it. If Rollinson wants to make it, he's got to do something very, very special here. Here we go, 105 kilos, the first. Kirby away, doing it for pride. Rollinson races into a lead. Only Andrew Rains and Glenn Ross have ever lifted the 5th stone, the massive 5th stone at 165 kilos. Adrian Rollinson's family are here in force, and Rollinson is going well. There's still Tranter and Bell to go, and only half a point covering the top 3. Here goes number 4, 135 kilos. Oh, Kirby, so disappointed. He's only got 1 up, but there is the Rollinson clan urging him on. He says it's his destiny to make it through to the final. Here goes number 5, 165 kilos, and that is how much the man weighs himself. Can he do it? Yes, he can! Brilliant! He's still got the weight, but that is brilliant. Only the 3rd man in Britain's Strongest Man history to lift all 5. And that really has put the pressure on Fraser Tranter and Brian Bell.
He would do that. That is his best event. The 5th ball that he's just put up, Adrian's got a 165 ball, which he walks around with his helmet all the time, so I did know he'd get 5 up. Mind you, there's 2 other competitors to go, isn't there, you know, so, but I don't think I'll beat that. See, he's the stone monster.
Well, you said you'd win the stones at the end of the last one, and you might.
That was easy. That was brilliant. That's what we thought you got all along, you know. Oh, that's brilliant. Woo!
But you're not through yet, because these next 2 guys, you know, they've got a chance.
Oh, yeah. A very slim one now.
Fraser Tranter looking pensive. I bet he's nervous. Brian Bell Well, in terms of experience, nobody is better than Bell. This is a straight race. I'm not sure either of them will do 5, but whoever gets 3 or 4 up in the fastest possible time, I think will join Rollinson in the final, and Brian Bell is leading. Now, this is extraordinary. Tranter, the tallest man in the competition, and he's finding difficulty with that first stone, but Bell is flying. This is great. 3 stones, and it's fast as well. Rollinson, home and dry, that is for sure, and I think Tranter may have seen his chances of making the final go. Brian Bell has done 4. I think the Scotsman has done it. Jackie, his wife, is smiling. She's done the mathematics. She's worked it out. He doesn't actually need number 5. There's no way back for Fraser Tranter. Bell, I think, is finished. Fraser Tranter really struggling now. He'll be so disappointed. After 3 events, it was all tied up. But Brian Bell and Adrian Rollinson have come through very strongly indeed. Bell is still having a go at number 5. Surely that is it. Tranter has got 3 up. Bell, though, has got the 4. He's done it. He's through to the final.
Well, that was head-to-head, winner take all, wasn't it? How did you approach that from the word go?
Just full out as we both had to do, and somebody had to lose, unfortunately. But it's a shame when one has to go out because we both deserve to go together. But this is competition, isn't it?
As so often, it's the stones that sorts the men from the boys, and Adrian Rollinson and Brian Bell, the only 2 to get 4 or more up on that wall, and perhaps deservedly, they go through to the final. Fraser Tranter narrowly squeezed out. So we now know 8 finalists for the Citroën Van Trophy, just 2 more places to be sorted out. Right, another chance now to win a fantastic all-expenses-paid trip for 2 to Zambia for this year's World's Strongest Man competition. And the question comes from this heat winner, Aid Rollinson.
True or false? John weighs more than this at the stone.
Call 09015 muscle 09015 687 253 and answer A, true, if you think I weigh more than the Atlas stone, or B, false, if you think I don't. There'll be a winner each day who'll get the chance to come with us for the trip of a lifetime to Zambia to see Victoria Falls and the final of World's Strongest Man. 09015 687 253, the number to call. Lines close at midnight. Well, good luck with the question. Good luck in the final. Thanks for your help with the quiz.
No problem.
Catch more this Sunday night at 6:30 on BBC One. It's Liverpool against Bayern Munich, match of the day live on BBC Two now. And for BBC One next, it's Top of the Pops.
Darling, will you check on...
William the Conqueror had it easy in 1066. If he'd invaded this part of the West Country in 2001, he'd have met a far more formidable army. The Citroën Van Trophy for Britain's strongest man. Britain against Britain, just like it was here in Dunster 350 years ago in the English Civil War. The Royalists were holed up in the castle over there, and Oliver Cromwell's army were on that hill over there, and they met here in the middle. That's when it all kicked off, and it's about to again. As with every heat, there are 6 competitors, 5 events in each, and the top 2 will make it through to the final. There are 8 men waiting. Who's going? William the Conqueror had it easy in 1066. If he'd invaded this part of the West Country in 2001, he'd have met a far more formidable army. Citroën Van Trophy for Britain's strongest man. Britain against Britain, just like it was here in Dunster 350 years ago in the English Civil War. The Royalists were holed up in the castle over there, and Oliver Cromwell's army were on that hill over there, and they met here in the middle. That's when it all kicked off, and it's about to again. As with every heat, there are 6 competitors, 5 events in each, and the top 2 will make it through to the final. There are 8 men waiting. Who's going to complete the lineup?
I'm Steve Brooks from County Durham.
Malkay Scarborough, North Yorkshire.
I'm Stuart Murray from Dumfries.
Adam Townsend from Northampton.
Jamie Barr from Fife.
Spencer Austin, Stoke-on-Trent.
The previous heats. That 200 kilogram weight has to be carried between your legs, down the course, up and over these steps. Big steps too, down the other side, along the course further to 3 more steps and to be left in the middle here. Down the other side, and this is the real killer bit. Pick up 2 massive torpedo cylinders, 120 kilograms each, and take them 15 meters down the course as fast as you possibly can.
Commentary from Paul Dickinson.
Spencer Rushton.
Making his debut, Spencer Rushton, whose hero is Rocky Marciano.
In lane 2, Jamie Barr.
Jamie Barr, a former competitor in World's Strongest Man.
In lane 3,
the student nurse from Northamptonshire, Adam Townsend.
In lane 4, Steve Brooks.
Steve Brooks, who's finished 3rd and 2nd in Britain's Strongest Man in the past.
Malkay.
The very tall policeman from Scarborough, Malkay.
In lane 6,
and Stuart Murray from Dumfries. A comeback for him. The last time we saw him was 1998.
Take your grip.
200 kilograms, and they start to move very quickly. Jamie Barr's away very fast in the red shirt. On top, up the 3 steps, then it's down again. Stuart Murray just struggling a bit, but a neck. This is fantastic. Jamie Barr with Adam Townsend. Steve Brooks trying to make up some ground. 120 kilos now in each hand. This is like carrying a washing machine in each arm. Jamie Barr's going to win. Brilliant performance. Adam Townsend goes down. Stuart Murray in 2nd place. That was so close for Adam Townsend. Steve Brooks goes over the line. Then Malkay. Adam Townsend still not finished. It's got to be over the line. I think he's injured himself. And on the far side, Spencer Rushton making his debut this year.
In a way, you probably have expected to win that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there was no mistakes like last year. Balls out for everything this year.
And that's your kind of event, though, isn't it?
I like running about stuff. Jane Fonda stuff. Suits me to a T. All my step classes paid off.
How much messing up last year has that acted as an extra spur this year?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it, mate. I had to live that every day for the last year. It's done my head in. It's payback time.
And that was a real race, wasn't it?
It was very quick. I think everyone was much the same to the steps. I think it's just the cylinders that split everyone at the end. That's how much you had left to finish with.
Quite an encouraging start, though.
Yeah, it's good. I wasn't looking forward to that because I think it suits the taller guys, you know.
That was absolutely brilliant for Stuart. He was dreading out with the block and everything because he's quite short and light, so he was dreading getting up the steps. So absolutely delighted with it, yeah. I'm sure he will be as well, yeah. He was out all last year with injuries, so this is him coming back, so he'll be delighted with that.
How do you view the prospects this year?
One of the hardest but if you want to win Britain's strongest man, you've got to beat the best. So
on so many occasions.
I know. Big time.
William the Conqueror had it easy in 1066. William the Conqueror had it easy in 1066. If he'd invaded this part of the West Country in 2001, he'd have met a far more formidable army. The Citroën Van Trophy for Britain's strongest man. Britain against Britain, just like it was here in Dunster 350 years ago in the English Civil War. The Royalists were holed up in the castle over there, and Oliver Cromwell's army were on that hill over there, and they met here in the middle. That's when it all kicked off, and it's about to again. As with every heat, there are 6 competitors, 5 events in each, and the top 2 will make it through to the final. There are 8 men waiting. Who's going to complete the lineup?
I'm Steve Brooks from County Durham.
Malkay Scarborough, North Yorkshire.
I'm Stuart Murray from Dumfries.
I'm Townsend from Northampton.
Jamie Barr from Fife.
Enjoying a brief guest appearance by the sun. It's a bit blustery too, and this is where this final heat gets underway, on the prom. Well, the first event is all about strength and speed, as you'll know if you've seen any of the previous heats. That 200-kilogram weight has to be carried between your legs, down the course, up and over these steps. Big steps too, down the other side, along the course further to 3 more steps and to be left in the middle here. Down the other side, and this is the real killer bit. Pick up 2 massive torpedo cylinders, 120 kilograms each, and take them 15 meters down the course as fast as he possibly can. Commentary from Paul Dickinson.
Spencer Rushton.
Making his debut, Spencer Rushton, whose hero is Rocky Marciano.
In lane 2,
Jamie Barr, a former competitor in World's Strongest Man.
In lane 3,
the student nurse
Adam
from
Townsend.
Northamptonshire, Adam Townsend.
In lane 4, Steve Brooks.
Steve Brooks, who's finished 3rd and 2nd in Britain's
In
Strongest
lane
Man in the
5,
past.
Mal Kay.
The very tall policeman from Scarborough, Mal Kay.
In lane 6,
And Stuart Murray from Dumfries. A comeback for him. The last time we saw him was 1998.
Take your grip.
200 kilograms, and they start to move very quickly. Jamie Barr's away very fast in the red shirt. On top, up the 3 steps, then it's down again. Stuart Murray just struggling a bit, but it's neck and neck. This is fantastic. Jamie Barr with Adam Townsend. Steve Brooks trying to make up some ground. 120 kilos now in each hand. This is like carrying a washing machine in each arm. Jamie Barr's going to win. Brilliant performance. Adam Townsend goes down. Stuart Murray in 2nd place. That was so close for Adam Townsend. Steve Brooks goes over the line. Then Mal Kay. Adam Townsend still not finished. It's got to the line. I think he's injured himself. And on the far side, Spencer Rushton, making his debut this year, is all over the place.
In a way, you'd probably have expected to win that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there was no mistakes like last year. You know, balls out for everything this year.
And that's your kind of event, though, isn't it? Sort of...
I like running about stuff. Jane Fonda stuff suits me to a T. All my step classes paid off.
How much messing up last year has that acted as an extra spur this year?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it, mate. I had to live that every day for the last year. It's done my head in. It's payback time, huh?
And that was a real race, wasn't it?
It was very quick. I think everyone was much the same. To the steps, I think it's just the cylinders that split everyone at the end. That's how much you had left to finish with.
Quite an encouraging start, though.
Yeah, it's good. I wasn't looking forward to that because I think it suits the taller guys, you know.
That was absolutely brilliant for Stuart. He was dreading out with the block and everything because he's quite short in height, so he was dreading getting up the steps. So absolutely delighted with it, yeah. I'm sure he will be as well, yeah. He was out all last year with injuries, so this is him coming back, so he'll be delighted with that.
How do you view the prospects this year?
One of the hardest groups all the athletes have been saying. But if you want to win Britain's Strongest Man, you've got to beat the best. So I'm not complaining.
And you've been so close on so many occasions.
I know.
So
I know.
you sort of the nearly man. How much do you want it?
Big time, big time.
Well, you were up there half to halfway, and then sort of.
God, very exciting going over the. It must have been like the cavalry coming over the mountain because we were all in a line, I think.
Yeah.
I was just aware of Steve one side and Stuart the other side. It's just a farmer's walk. It isn't the grip that went, it's your legs. Well, my legs went. And then I dropped them, I picked them up and Steve went and I've got too excited thinking I'm going to catch him up and it's just a struggle to get over the line. You know, I just feel sorry about Adam. What's happened with Adam? I hope he's going to be okay because he was up there as well. But it was good fun.
So a Scottish 1-2 for Jamie Barr and Stuart Murray, but bad news for Adam Townsend. A painful injury to his hand and his competition is over. In Spain, they used to pick carts and move them round in a circle as a sign of virility. And just to show the progress that mankind's made over the years, here we are in the 21st century in Somerset with 300 kilograms of rock in a basket about to do a very similar thing. So I suppose the question for Mal Kay is, just how virile are you?
John, this is one of the hardest events of the qualifying rounds. The hardest thing on this event is your breathing. You get one chance to breathe, and that's right at the very beginning. Once you've took that breath of air in, it's the last one you'll get until you put the piece of equipment down. I've tried it a couple of times this, and if you pick it up wrong and you put it on your biceps, it's like holding over 300 kilos on your biceps, and you won't last more than a couple of centimetres. But hopefully this time it's going to be one of my events.
Well, we'll see if miracles can happen, and that's what Mal Kay said last year when he made the final. Can he do it again?
Yes. Liv,
Those 300 kilo. Oh, he's gone backwards. Now, what's going to happen here? He gets another chance to lift it, but he's moved even further back than when he started. He can't move that thing at all. Referee says just one more attempt. So Malkay in all sorts of trouble. That's a huge amount of weight to carry on your arms. He's going backwards again. He's finished. Desperately disappointing for Malkay.
How frustrating was it? Once one had gone, two had gone, you knew that the third one was make or break.
I had to do it. So Dougie said, this is your last goal, man. Fair enough, I can't go there all day and keep going, but I just felt I've been listening to Rob Dixon. He's very good at this, and he's been saying you want to get your hips through straight away, but it's hard when it's so heavy, then you have to think about what you have to do, and it's just a learning game, but you've got to learn within 10 seconds of getting there, and it's just difficult. I'll be back.
Spencer Rushton, and you heard what Malkay said. Rob Dixon did well in this event, over 16 metres. The longest we've seen so far, though, in this year's heats, Glenn Ross at 16.6 metres. A lot of tension around this arena. Spencer Rushton is away. It's much, much better. That's the way to do it. Approaching 10 metres. Getting lower. Getting lower. And so slow as well. I think it was scraping along the ground. Dougie Edmonds said put it down, but it is 8.6 metres. Rushton in the lead.
Well, you certainly went slowly. Was that a good tactic?
Yeah, went slowly, but just tried to get as far as I could. I knew if I rushed it, I'd be fall over.
So, how hard was that? We've seen an awful lot of other people really struggling.
It was very hard and very heavy. I hope it isn't that heavy again.
Well, nobody struggled more than Steve Brooks. He managed to move it just a single metre.
Stuart Murray just over 1.70 metre tall, but that 20-stone frame includes his arms, his biceps, which are about 21 inches around. He's a real muscle man.
You ready? Lift.
Away we go. Now then, Murray lying in second place behind Jamie Barr, so it's Scotland filling the first two places at the moment. Taking it very, very steady. Jeanette, his wife, urging him on. Head held high. It's down. It's 7.4 metres in second place behind Spencer Rushton, but a good performance nevertheless. Exhausted, but still got time to smile.
This is obviously bloody hard, isn't it?
It's a lot heavier as I thought it was going to be. It's getting the balance and having to breathe, you know. It's too heavy.
It certainly is very, very heavy. 300 kilograms, 660 pounds. Now, nobody in this year's heat so far has won the opening two events back-to-back. I wonder if Jamie Barr can. 8.6 metres to beat. A shaky start. Over the start line as the whistle goes. Not going badly. Just holding it into his chest as much as he can, but it's down. It's only 6.2 metres, so Jamie Barr finishes third. What a win for Spencer Rushton. Jamie Barr disappointed. He'll be at the top of the leaderboard with Stuart Murray.
Well, truth to tell, everybody found that a bit hard. Spencer Rushton, 8.6 metres, getting the 6 points almost by default. Looking at the overall table, Malkay, a finalist last year, and Steve Brooks, the overall runner-up, both struggling early on. Well, from outdoors at Butlins to indoors, into the Sky Dome for the deadlift hold. 1,200 kilogram bands to be lifted for as long as possible.
Steve Brooks on the far side in the white vest, and Spencer Rushton. Brooks, a real mountain of a man. A little bit of a shaky start for him. Spencer Rushton looked good. Look at the shoulders and arms, though, on Steve Brooks. Absolutely magnificent in terms of physique. There's his wife. And Lynn will be urging her man on. He's been desperately disappointed in the past. He's come so close to winning the overall title. This is a big year for him. But at the moment, Steve Brooks, second to last place, just in front of Malkay. Spencer Rushton's got off to a good start in his first ever Britain's Strongest Man. Brooks, just breathing, glances across to see what sort of state Spencer Rushton is in. This is a real mind game. Rushton focusing straight ahead. He's not bothered about what Brooks is doing. Over a minute. This is a good time for both of them. But Spencer Rushton has gone 61 seconds. And Brooks is still steady. Jamie Reeves just looking after Spencer Rushton. Yuka Ahola standing next to Steve Brooks, and he must be impressed with this guy. He's just got to hang on for as long as possible now. He looks totally in control, does Brooks. Heading towards 95 seconds plus, if he can keep this going. Oh, it's down. Just on 95 seconds. That is a fine, fine time. And Steve Brooks' best performance so far. Good point, surely.
Happy?
I will be in about 5 minutes' time, if they don't beat it. But I felt my strap going, so I put it down rather than let it swing as well in case of injury, so I put it down. But we'll wait and see.
This could be a very tight group, couldn't it?
Like I said in the beginning, it's the hardest group in the competition. And it's going to be a fight all the way.
How hard was that for you?
It was a tough one for me, that one. Well, I'm glad I got a minute.
What were you particularly worried about in advance then?
Left in it.
Well, Malkay could be facing the end of the road because he couldn't break that magic minute mark.
And so with the demise of Adam Townsend, who injured his thumb very badly, it's now just left to Jamie Barr and Stuart Murray. A Scotland showpiece here at Butlins. The target, 95 seconds by Steve Brooks. And Brooks will be hoping, really will be hoping he can win this one. He needs the points. Jamie Barr, rock solid. He's a fine athlete, this fella. Those lifting straps helping the grip. The elbows bandaged. Stuart Murray glancing skywards. Murray is just packed full of muscle. Jamie Barr, I suppose, slightly the better in terms of athletic performance, but this is just down to sheer strength and brutality. Murray on the far side, about 4 inches shorter than Jamie Barr. Looks in control, coming up towards 50 seconds. There's Jeanette, Stuart Murray's wife. Oh, hold it back, she says. Put your shoulders back, put your hips forward. Jamie Barr hanging on for dear life as well. They're over a minute, chasing 95 seconds, trying to block out the pain. It almost looks as though their arms are being stretched here, but it's only because their shoulders are falling forward. Coming up to 80 seconds. Well, they're both destined for good points here, but can they beat Steve Brooks? Both of them would love a win. Jamie Barr, of course, won the first event. 90 seconds. It's going to be very, very close. Jamie Barr. Those arms almost seem to have grown about 6 inches in length. This is unbelievable. He is down. Jamie Barr is down. And Jamie Barr knew he'd won it. As soon as Murray put it down, that was it. Barr wins his second event.
That was a real sort of good head-to-head there. You looked like you were having a bit of a fight to start with.
Oh, I was. It's like it was the same till you get over a minute. The pain's horrendous. And I got to about 1:20, and then everything from my head down just went numb. And I was all right. But the problem after that is you can't get a breath there, so you start to see wee stars. It's a blackout time coming there. But I wasn't putting it down. I heard Stuart saying, we've got the time, so I put it down. Look at the state of my hands, look.
So Stuart, you actually said to him, we're okay, let's stop.
Yeah, I said to Jim, that's 135. Let's set it down. So we just put it down at that.
Is there some kind of sort of Scottish teamwork going on here?
Aye, we're double teaming Brooksy. Then I tell him. Don't tell him.
Well, what a competition that was. Steve Brooks must be really aggrieved. 95 seconds, only good enough for third place. For Malkay, that's just about it now, 7 points only. And Steve Brooks is going to need something special if he's to qualify. So here we go back to the beach, and an interesting contraption to test our competitors' mettle. Well, this is a new event, but it's a sort of distant cousin of the train or bus or plane pull. Bit tricky pulling a ship, though, so instead we've just got the anchors. And they could weigh anything up to 350 kilograms by the time they're pulled towards the top of this contraption. Will Jamie Barr and Stuart Murray be any good at this, or will they be Scots on the rocks? Well, Malkay, determined to go out with a bang, he pulled the anchor to the top in 13.9 seconds.
That was an unbelievable time by Malkay, the fastest we've seen this year, beating Bill Pittuck's time of 14.2. So Steve Brooks in white, Spencer Rushton on the left-hand side. Steve Brooks needs a big, big pull here. He's tied up on 11 points with Spencer Rushton. Brooks is massive pull, and so is Rushton going well, but Brooks is already hoisting it as fast as he can. This is tremendous stuff from Brooks, almost at the top. Can he beat the time? Yes, he can. 13.4, unreal. And Spencer Rushton still going strong, over 20 seconds, but he's got a real chance here. That is it. 23.1, looks around, not quite sure whether he's finished, but what about Steve Brooks? Unbelievable.
Well, Malkay set a very good time, so you had to really go some there, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, if I broke it, did I?
Yes, you did.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to arm over arm. It's only strong events. But there's another two good lads to come, so I'm not smiling yet.
Did you set yourself a target for them or not?
No, I just went in for it. I have to for the last two events. Go for the best.
First, please.
The dynamic duo from Scotland, Stuart Murray here and Jamie Barr, will have seen precisely what Brooks did. And they will have calculated what they need to do as well. Well, Jamie Barr, 1 point ahead of Stuart Murray overall. Both get away to a good start. But watch the clock, 13.4 seconds the target. They're going to be well outside that. That really was an unbelievable time by Brooks. Stuart Murray, those massive arms working so hard, almost got the anchor off the ground. There's his wife again urging him on. Jamie Barr just behind Stuart Murray at the moment. Stuart's got it, he's got it. 31.4, Jamie Barr is finished as well, 33.2.
If I'd done well there, I didn't have to do anything else, but I've got to go do the stones now, so...
What was the problem there?
Just hands were sliding. So that's why I was wrapping the rope around my wrist to get a pull. That's just the way it goes,
How were you looking across at Stuart at any stage?
I was trying to keep an eye on him, but it was more Steve's time I was needing to beat. Although I'm a few points ahead, but and it just makes sure you've got to make no mistakes at the stones, So it's all down to the stones now. Which I knew this group was going to go that way anyway.
Well, a complete turnaround there. Steve Brooks pulling it out of the bag to give himself a chance of qualification almost at the death. Because now there's just 1 point between the top three, and Spencer Rushton has a chance too. Two of these will miss out on a place in the final. The Atlas stones will decide things. Few will fancy their chances of lifting 5. Getting 4 stones on the wall the quickest will be the crucial factor here.
A chance now for Spencer Rushton to try an event he's never encountered before. This is going to be very, very hard. Steve Brooks behind him, stripped off, ready for action. And this event will make or break Steve Brooks in terms of trying to get through to the final. He's very strong, we know that. But just how fast is he? Oh, look at that, Spencer Rushton, and that shows inexperience. That was almost very, very painful. It's a very tall wall, over 6 feet on that part of it. He's almost trying to head it up. My goodness. But Brooks is away on number 3, but he's dropped that one. And Stuart Murray and Jamie Barr are very experienced in this competition. That will have cost him time. Murray and Barr will almost be rubbing their hands in glee at that when it dropped down. Spencer Rushton, well, he's had a good competition up until now. Lynn, his wife, urging him on again, as always. Brooks on number 4, 135 kilos. That stone weighs 20 stones. And just look at the muscles pushing it on top. Will he go for number 5? He's absolutely exhausted. Spencer Rushton, I fear, is finished. He's only got the 1 stone up. That is it. Steve Brooks, 65.58 seconds for 4 stones. He'll have to wait and see.
I thought you were struggling a bit when you got to that 3rd ball, were you?
I think my head was gone. Usually I would have flown with them, but all that stress over a few days, ups and downs. But I did my best. If I get beat, well, I get beat. Like I said, I'm a good sport about that.
4 in 45 seconds. Is that beatable, do you think, by these two?
We'll wait and see. But you never know.
What's your gut feeling?
Probably is.
The unfortunate news for Steve Brooks is that Stuart Murray here and Jamie Barr are 2 of the most experienced competitors in the world on the Atlas Stones. An event conceived by Dougie Edmonds on the theme of what is known in Scotland as the McGlashan Stones. And this a firm favourite in World's Strongest Man and Britain's Strongest Man competition. Jamie Barr is away quickly. All they've got to do is go faster for 4 stones than Steve Brooks. The 5th does not matter. They've worked as a team right from the first event.
Come on,
Stuart Murray going well. A pocket dynamo. He's not very tall, but he's super strong. And Jamie Barr is flying. So psyched up. And he wants number 5 as well. Stuart Murray, he's inside the time of Brooks. And that means we've got our 2 finalists. And doesn't Stuart Murray know it? Jamie Barr just wants to rub salt in the wound of Brooks as well. And now Murray is going for 5. I don't think they're going to do it. That is it. It'll be handshakes all round for the 2 Scotsmen. We have our last 2 finalists, and what a competition it's been.
So Scotland the brave, well done.
Cheers. It's about time. My daughter and girlfriend are happy, so that's the main thing, and I'm happy. I'm not letting it go in with my tail between my legs.
How much does it mean to you to have got to the final?
You wouldn't imagine. It's pride, man. It's four months of hard training. All my training partners, they couldn't walk about the street if I didn't make the final this time.
And Stuart, what does it mean to you?
Well,
you've done it.
3, that's me 3, so I'm chuffed a bit.
Is it?
Yeah, it's got to be 3 Scotsmen in the finals. A bit time there was more Scots boys in the finals.
So it did, as we thought, come down to the clock in the end, and Jamie Barr and Stuart Murray were the quickest to get 4 stones on the wall, and they are the 2 who make it through to the final and complete the lineup. Here are the 10 who are going for the Citroen Van Trophy. 3 Scots, as Stuart Murray mentioned, an Irishman, Glenn Ross, and 6. Andrew Rains is the youngest at 28, Murray the oldest at 39. So here we go with just one last chance to win a place in that draw for that fantastic trip to Zambia for this year's World's Strongest Man competition. One more question to come, and it's from Jamie Barr.
True or false? John weighs more than that big pink pillar.
Call 09015 muscle 09015 687 253 and answer A, true, if you think I do weigh more than that pink pillar, or B, false, if you think I don't. It's the chance to come with us for the trip of a lifetime to Zambia to see the Victoria Falls and the final of World's Strongest Man. 09015 687 253, and the lines close tonight at midnight. Well, good luck to all of you who've entered the competition, and we look forward to seeing 2 of you in Zambia later this year. And good luck to you in the final, mate.
Thanks, John.
And the final can be seen tomorrow afternoon at the new time of 5:30 here on BBC One. Diana Rigg, Nigel Hawthorne, Peter Ustinov and David Suchet. A sumptuous new two-part drama for the bank holiday weekend. Victoria and Albert, next.
Tackling 75 miles.